You won't be able to save everyone. You might not even be able to save yourself. Welcome home. Let's see here. Let's see. The full screen. That text speed, can we go about mid? Down a little bit. Music will come down a little too. Okay. That's interesting. I'll use mouse and keyboard for this. Okay. I think that's going to be best is. I know you are fucking. I promise I'll get that. I promise. One day when I grow up, I want to be like my favorite streamer, Baron Dex. Ave, you're already great as you are. Okay. Wait, that's adorable. Yeah, little Boogle. Just go boop, 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 boop. I saw on Etsy and I was like, I need to have that. Um, we'll go dev. That's all we'll do. I'm gonna put my actual city. I don't know. Somebody give me a city name. That's a great hit. So if it's Abe was first, I'm gonna go with that. We'll go with Compton. Oh, that's awesome. I love to see that. By me, him. Tough as nails, the pinnacle of fitness, an imposing presence that commands the room. A mean right hook. Strange and unusual. You see the threads of reality in ways others cannot. You can talk to animals can talk to you, a gift and a curse. Street smart, good at lying and hard to lie to. Fast talker, and you can read people and read the room. No door can hold you. Observe him with a knack for picking up small details. Empathetic. Book smart. Um, well read and rational, possesses a wealth of esoteric knowledge and know when to use it. A talented researcher. Choose hot twice. Extremely good looking and natural flirt. People just like you probably because you're a good person. I'm gonna go mystical as one. You guys want hot? Okay, I'll take the other one hot. Okay, we're mystical and hot. You drill awake as the bus hits a particularly nasty bump. You feel like you'd only just managed to start drifting off, and now here you are, awake again and still exhausted. What does that do? Oh, that's dialogue history. Okay. For a moment, you're hazy of the details of where exactly here is, confusing this bus with the many others that came before it. But as your mind continues to reassert its existence in the waking world, the past few days come back into focus. Oh, I need to turn on the audio. I guess we're hot. Hey, Funky said hot. You said hot, Pika. We gotta do hot. And Cooper's just a little bit biased. Here is, but your mind continues to reassert its existence, and the waking world past few days come back into focus. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops and seedy depots that would have felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. The funeral of Perlane Scarlet, your cousin's mother, and your aunt seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Mystical, but it was also more than just the social pressure of the invitation that pushed you to accept it. Something has been tugging you back to this place your entire life. There was no choice to be made because you were always going to find your way here. So when your cousin called, you knew what had to be done. And now, the end of your long journey is in sight. You're almost in Scarlet Hollow. Stranger. So anyway, as I was saying... Oh no, he's still here. He's been sitting next to you for the past 5 hours talking at you without pause. You're not sure he even stopped when you started dozing off. At first, you thought he was just being friendly, but that was several hours of one-sided conversation ago. I was up in Maryland looking for work, but mostly messing around because I was a dumb teen. Me and my buddies were doing our usual prank stuff, you know, pushing joggers into the harbor, that sort of thing. Are you serious? What's wrong with you? Oh yeah, so chaos, my dude. Why are you talking to me? I'm gonna ask, why are you talking to me? Why are you talking to me? Why wouldn't I talk to you? We're on a bus. Buses are one of the best places to meet new people, hands down, and you're the only person left to meet. So this girl comes up to us, swinging her purse, yelling about how she was gonna call the cops or whatever. It was hilarious. She actually hit my friend, and he said it hurt a lot. So I guess she really was mad and not just playing. But she kept swinging, and soon enough, she lost her balance and fell into the harbor all on her own. We didn't have to push her. We had a good laugh and fished her out, and her phone got soaked, so she couldn't call the cops on us. We wound up hanging out all day. She kind of became my girlfriend after that, and we've been on and off for about a year, so it's pretty serious. This is a horrible love story. Like, what are we doing? That's not fair if I'm biased because I read a bunch. Funky and Pika are biased for being hot. Damn, Cooper. Well, what can I do? I'm always hot. See, at 69 degrees. Brother, I'm on the freaking bus to go somewhere. Though about 5 months ago, she tried to break up with me, like for real. And geez, you ever get so mad you just want to like kill somebody? And like I would like in a metaphorical way, not like in a serious way, you know? Okay, I'm hot. So, do you say she tried to break up with him? You can't even begin to imagine what that might feel like. Nobody's ever broken up with you. We're so hot, guys. Nobody has broken up with us. We're just that hot. People just will stay with us no matter what. All right, let's see. Our hot trait, I honestly can't say anybody's ever tried to break up with me. Threaten, yeah, I kind of feel like killing someone right now, actually. That's a funny one. No, not really. Oh yeah, all the time. Never followed through with it, of course. I'm not sure you should be saying all of this to a stranger. I have never felt that way about another person. I find it alarming that you have. Smile, pretend he didn't just say that. Man, I want to like say this just because he's being a dick, but I also want to say this because then it would also be like, yeah, fuck you. I would go with the hot one. I honestly can't say that anybody's ever tried to break up with me. Yeah, I should have known. I sounded a little unhinged to someone like you. But if anyone ever does try to break your heart, you might be surprised by how it changes you. Ha! I honestly could have killed that woman. Yeah, that's so funny. It's so hilarious. Anyway, she's giving birth to our son right now. I'm trying to get out to Virginia to be there for it. But I don't know if I'm like into that stuff, so I might just wind up on a bus to New York or something instead. I've always wanted to go there. Ha ha ha, that's interesting. Please let this man get off the bus soon. You think you're not sure where he could possibly take this conversation next, but you definitely don't want to find out. Yeah, people tell me I lead an interesting life, but I don't know. I'm just going with the flow. Maybe other folks don't do that enough. Anyways, where'd you say you were headed? To Mystical Home. I think I've never been, but I felt it like a call at the back of my mind for as long as I can remember. Some things can only be put off for so long. I'm gonna be like, I didn't. No need to be nasty. I was just asking. Not like I'm gonna follow you off the bus or anything, you know? From this conversation, I would 100% believe you would follow me off this damn bus. So if you aren't getting off on my stuff, then you must be headed to Scarlet Hollow, right? Or it's the Holler, as they call it in these parts. That's the only other stop until this bus turns around. I ride it pretty often, so I know almost nobody ever goes up that way, though, come to think of it. I had a couple of buddies who went up there to work in the mine. There's a coal mine up in the Holler, you see. And there's always a job listing or two on the boards around here. I never wanted to go to do that kind of thing myself. I like my lungs the way they are, thanks, but my buddies got desperate enough to try it. I haven't heard from them in a while, now that I think about it. I should see if they're on Facebook, see how they're doing up there. Ha! I hope they didn't die. I hate this guy. But crazy answer. Oh, this is me. It was lovely meeting you. Hope you don't get too bored without me around to talk to. Oh, I won't. Here, I have something for you. I don't want it. The stranger rifles through his pack before presenting you with a dripping bag of peanuts. Dripping? Why is it dripping? They're boiled peanuts. I got them at a gas station a few buses back. I noticed you haven't eaten much. Why are you watching me? So I figure you could use them more than me. Plus, they dripped all over my bag, so I don't want to carry them anymore. Tip: sometimes picking a dialogue option establishes new facts about who you are. I'm actually allergic to peanuts. No, I've never had boiled peanuts, ever. I don't know if it's like an East Coast thing, but it's a staple growing when you were growing up in Virginia. That's crazy. I was like, screw you and screw your peanuts. Hey man, I'm just trying to be friendly. Look, there's still a good 45 minutes left in your journey, pal. Assuming nothing goes wrong, best down them on hand. Yeah, man, sets the peanuts down. I have to sit next to him. The juices dribble out through the bottom of the bag and into the upholstery, instantly soaking it in peanut brine. That sounds so awful. Like, everything they're describing about these peanuts just makes me like go, ooh. And with that, I leave you. Safe travels, friend. I don't want those. And just like that, you're alone. The stranger's peanuts soaking into the seat across from you. Maybe you can finally get some sleep. Next stop, Scarlet Hollow, end of the line. Almost there. The bus finally comes to a stop. Its brakes squealing as it deposits you in front of the Scarlet Hollow bus station. The sign at least reads bus station, but calling it that feels disingenuous. At best, it's a kiosk, though for a small town like this, you're amazed there's so much as a road, let alone a bus that drives on it every week. The driver quickly shuts the door behind you and starts the engine, kicking up dust clouds as he pulls away, eager to leave you in this place behind. Hey, Dev. You instantly recognize your worn young woman from The warm young woman from the few public photos on her Facebook page. She's your cousin, Tabitha, and she looks annoyed to be here. We'll do the ha. We'll make a good first impression with a winning smile. You've never met someone who was able to resist your ability to make a good first impression. You flash a soft smile and give your condolences. Tabitha, it's so nice to finally meet you. I'm sorry to hear about your mom. Thanks. For a brief moment, Tabitha is put at ease before she quickly straightens up and the annoyance returns to her face. It might not have been much, but you can confidently notch up another victory courtesy of the winning death smile. Come on, let's go. I don't want to spend any more time down here than I have to. Your cousin turns and motions you to an old BMW parked near the bus kiosk. You follow her, clambering into the dusty relic. It doesn't take much driving before the only signs of civilization are the car you're in and the road you're on. Tabitha maintains an icy silence as she focuses on the road. Tip: dialogue options labeled explore can usually be taken without advancing the story. They can impact relationships and unlock additional story paths, so choose carefully. I guess we're both members of the Dead Moms Club now, huh? Your cousin turns to you with an icy glare. Maybe this would have worked to ease the tension if she were someone else, but she isn't. She turns back to the road, her expression cold and unforgiving. How are you holding up? Fine. Okay, but if that ever changes, I'm here for you. Feel good to hear. I know how you're feeling. I'll ask my mom too. Yeah, I know. You already mentioned it. I can't believe I actually never met before this. You have your mom to thank for that, or had, I guess. You can feel the same careless cruelty in Tabitha's words that your mother would use when she talked about Perlane and the old Scarlets. The wound that tore your family apart runs deep enough that it bled through the generations. Let's see here. I'm gonna do the mystical one. We haven't done one of those. You sound like my mother right now. She hated this side of the family so much. We don't have to become our parents. There are some things in life we get to choose. And she chose to leave. I'm gonna remain silent. You decide to sit in silence with your cousin as the car eases up the steep mountain road. And here it is, the Scarlet Estate. Though it's seen better days, its crumbling elegance is not lost on you. Someone used cramped apartments in gray. Someone used to cramped apartments in gray cities. Your mother told you about this place many times before she passed, always with an anger burning beneath her words. The faded majesty you once imagined doesn't quite compare with what's in front of you, a jarring blend of opulence and ruin. As you stare at it perched on the crumbling cliffside, you can't help but feel like it's something that should have been left to rot a long, long time ago. You're here with a blast of dusty air. You step across the threshold and into the foyer. Everything in this room has been here for much longer than you've been alive, each object cemented in its place with layers of dust and cobwebs. You can hear doors creak on their hinges and the aches and moans of ancient floorboards as the house itself sways in the wind. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. If you know what's good for you, you'll stick to your room, your bathroom, and the kitchen, and hallways, I guess. But only the hallways you need to use to get to those places. I'll show you around so you know where it's safe to walk. You can leave your bags here for the time being. This place is falling apart. Oh, so you're an expert in how to take care of mansions all of a sudden. It's not as easy as you think, okay? It takes a lot of time and resources. What you see right now is still livable. So mind your own damn business. Let's get this tour over with. Follow me. You put your bags down and follow Tabitha through a long dusty hallway. She delicately steps over holes and tears in the floor, and you do your best to trace her steps. Kitchen. On Wednesdays, a woman from town comes and does the cleaning. Her name is Janie. I wouldn't recommend socializing with her. She'll talk your ear off. If you need any food, there's fixings for peanut butter and jelly. Great. Don't touch my mac and cheese or my ice cream. Those are off limits. Oh, I'm definitely gonna touch the mac and cheese and ice cream. That sounds way better. Oh, and you can also access the garden through here, but it's pretty wild, so I wouldn't if I were you. Some explore options to prevent you from talking to others. Choose carefully. You ever actually seen that happen, or does the person just say they did and leave? But if I want ice cream. Awesome, I love PB&J. How's it going, Jess? Welcome in. Oh no. There's nothing really here that I feel like we need to explore. All right, what's next on the tour? Bathroom, follow me. Great, it's been hours since I've gone.
Self-voicing disabled.
Oh, okay. As the two of you leave the kitchen, you pass the tuxedo cat sitting on the countertop. Pet the cat. Before follow your cousin down the hall, you decide to pet the cat. She bites you hard and hisses violently, Tabitha's size. Oh, damn it. As you've now learned, you should not pet Frou Frou. If she wants to be pet, she'll let you know. The cat bit me really hard. Come on, the bathroom awaits. You once again follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. Maybe after a few nights, it'll get easier to navigate these spaces, but for the time being, you feel lucky to have not fallen through the floors. Guest bathroom, not much to show. It's a bathroom. I'll wait outside. Do what you must if you must. He just seems so fun. Like, I would love to hang out with this person. The wretched bathroom. Piles of junk sit untouched in the corner of the bathroom, and mysterious stains paint the floor. This is the worst bathroom I've ever seen. You can practically hear Tabitha roll her eyes at you from the other side of the bathroom wall. It'd be a lot nicer if Janie didn't have a policy about bathrooms. She cleans mine, but refuses to do more than that, so you can blame her for the state of the place. You could clean it. Janie isn't the only person capable of cleaning things. Tabitha scoffs from outside the room. Hurry up and do your business so we can move on with our lives. I'm gonna lift it. Oh, I regret. But I see her from the bowl as you lift the seat. You're good. You aren't desperate enough for this. You know, on second thought, I don't think I need to go. You might as well try since we're here. Is there another bathroom I can use? There's my bathroom and there's my departed mother's, but this one is the guest bathroom, so you should get used to using it. Nah, I'm good. You leave the bathroom, rejoin your cousin, and finish the tour. You still have to go, but it can wait until later. Maybe you'll sneak out to the garden. This place is not livable. Next up, guest bedroom. Last stop on the tour. Follow me. You and Tabitha briefly return to the foyer before climbing the stairs and reaching the guest room. This is where you'll be staying. The linens are fresh. I had Janie wash them last week. I had to endure a half-hour rant about her kid to get her to do it. So you better be grateful. An unmistakable stain coats this room. Someone has died here. No people have died in here. The closet is full of old family stuff, so you can't hang your clothes up, but you can use the dresser. It should be empty. I'm gonna do the mystical one. People have died here, haven't they? When? This house is almost 150 years old. Obviously, people have died here. Who used to sleep here? Like I said, this house is almost 150 years old. Many people have slept here. And now you'll sleep here, carrying on the fine tradition of bedrooms being slept in. You're such a dick. I guess I'll start to getting settled. Follow me. I'll take you back to the foyer so you can collect your belongings. This concludes the tour, I'm afraid. I must return to my duties, so you'll have to entertain yourself for the rest of the day. Don't expect to see much of me. Tip: some dialogue options will open additional conversation paths, some right away and others down the line. Hey, so it's cool if I have people over at some point this week. We're hot. We gotta keep going with the hot. What are you talking about? You don't even know anybody who lives here. I'll talk about smooching, Tabitha. What's your smooching policy? I thought you were here for a funeral. I can't believe I even have to say this, but please don't bring someone home to, you know. Look, I have enough on my plate. Let's just forget you said anything. I'm gonna do this one. You asked me to come here, but you're acting all pissed off that I actually came. What is going on with you? Look, I'm sorry, I've been testy since you've gotten here, but you aren't exactly one to talk. Clearly, you and I have different opinions on hospitality. Maybe we could start fresh tonight. Just stay out of my hair until then, okay? I have work to do. Are you sure you can't take the day off? It's a special occasion. Your cousin's in town. No, some of us have responsibilities. If you think about it, isn't family the greatest responsibility of them all? Ha, that's rich coming from someone whose mother abandoned us because she didn't want to run the family business. And now I'm here, I'm the only person left to manage the estate, and here you are asking to take me away from my duties to hang out with you. I'm going back to work. Stay here, go into town, do whatever you want. Just keep out of trouble. I won't keep you, but we should hang out when you get back. Alright, I won't keep you, but we should hang out when you get back. We'll see. There's a lot that needs to get done this week. Bye. And now it's just you and this sprawling, decrepit estate. Let's go to the forbidden wings of the estate. Let's do it. Let's go. When Tabitha's gone, there's no one stopping you from going into the forbidden wings of the estate. Let's do it. Except for the locks and chains, sealing them shut. Damn it. Yep, let's go have a PB&J. You haven't had anything to eat all day. The only thing louder than your stomach right now are the creaks and moans of this ancient place. The PB&J sounds exactly like what you need to take on the rest of the day. You head to the kitchen. You're back in the kitchen, ready to craft a beautiful peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's a daunting task in the state of the place, but the aggressive growls of your stomach outweigh the fear of food poisoning. To get started, you'll probably need to find some peanut butter, some jelly, bread, and a plate and knife. Across the fridge, your eyes catch a note taped on the door reading, "Janie, stay out," in all caps. Below it in separate handwriting are the words, "Okie dokie." You open the fridge and you already feel a deep urge to wash your hands, even though you have yet to touch anything on the other than the handle. And I'm just gonna take the jelly. You reach for one of the unopened jars of grape jelly, carefully checking its expiration date. You breathe a sigh of relief when you realize it's recent. That's good. Okay, y'all. What's like your favorite kind of jelly? What's like your kind of go-to? Are you strawberry, raspberry, kind of a mixed berry? Do you go for like something like apricot, like something different, grape? For me, I like a lot of different kinds of jellies, but I feel like grape is always so artificially tasting in so many different kinds I've tried that I usually go for probably like strawberry or raspberry, personally. This is either purchased specifically for you or jelly is one of the few things in this kitchen Tabitha actually uses. All you need now is a plate and a knife, bread, and some peanut butter. Better close this fridge and keep looking. You return to the kitchen, closing the fridge behind you. Let's go to the pantry. Up. Tabitha sure loves her mac and cheese. We're going to take the bread. You pick up one of the non-moldy loaves of bread. Great. One step closer to a satisfying snack. All you need now is a plate, a knife, and some peanut butter. The king of nut butters, and only 3% of the jar is mashed up cockroaches. Oh my god. The only thing you need now are a plate and knife. Close the pantry door as best you can and turn back to the rest of the kitchen. The cabinet must be where Tabitha keeps the dishware and, oddly enough, the utensils. Grab a plate and butter knife. Grab a plate and butter knife. This is the last ingredient you need to make your PB&J. Time to get to work. Maybe take some shots. You close the cabinet and look back to the rest of the kitchen. Frou-Frou doesn't want us. What about the garden? This garden was reclaimed by the wilderness long ago. It might not be very safe, but who's to stop you from venturing deeper? You wander further into the garden. It's quiet out here. You wander. Oh, it's quiet out here. Gotcha. Get back inside and close the door behind you. All right, let's go ahead. Make our PB&J. Despite the state of this horrendous kitchen, you have successfully combined your 3 ingredients to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Congratulations, you can feed yourself. Job all done. Yay! I followed the recipe. All of that hassle, it took you less than a minute to eat. The rest of the day lies in front of you. I guess we'll go see what Frou-Frou's up to. The cat hisses as you draw near, but remains firmly in place. This is clearly Frou-Frou's spot on the counter. We're gonna see if we can pet her this time. Pet Frou-Frou in episode 1 after being warned against it. You put your hand out in an attempt to pet Frou-Frou. She bites you viciously. Honestly, what were you expecting? I was hoping maybe the cat would be like, all right, we could, one, you get one. The cat emits a low growl as you cautiously back away. We're done. Congratulations, you've eaten and have a full day ahead of you. What do you want to do next? I guess settle into our room. Stand at the entrance to your room. Let's do that. There's a possum! Lurks within. It's quiet but angry. Put the clothes on top of the possum. Oh my god. We're gonna put the clothes on top of the possum. The poor thing looks cold in there. You think to yourself, make a cozy nest. You lay your clothes on top of the creature, arranging them in a little nest. It closes its mouth somewhat more at ease than before. It looks up at you with its shiny black eyes. You close the drawer, satisfied with yourself for a job well done. You can see why your cousin said you should put your clothes in the dresser instead of this closet. There must be decades of family history stacked up in here. Let's see what this doll's about. Of course, you're sharing a room with a creepy doll. You pick it up to examine it more closely. Its foot reads, "Property of Alexandra. No need to carry this around with you." You close the closet behind you. Let's look out the window. You can only imagine how beautiful the garden must have been in its heyday. If you owned this place, you'd totally get out there with a shovel and some gardening gloves and whip it into shape. You go out and pull weeds, chop trees, carve topiaries, and do whatever you need to do to return it to its former glory. And once it was all done, you'd sit by the fountain, which of course would have a little goldfish in it, and drink a floral tea while enjoying the bird song. Yeah, you definitely do that, just not right now. This must be an older relative of yours, judging by the dates on the inscription. You've never heard of her, but you barely heard anything about your aunt and cousin until a week ago, so that's not really a surprise. Maybe you could ask Tabitha about this, Maribel Scarlet, the next time you see her. That is if she actually is in the mood for conversation. Yeah, that's true. We're gonna take a nap. We're gonna take a little nappy nap. You immediately collapse onto the bed. You're tired enough that being alone in a strange new place won't stop you from passing out. Or so you thought. You cough as a small cloud of dust rises up from the mattress. These sheets might be fresh, but everything beneath them might have been around to see the dawn of civilization. You try to settle in, but the bed is lumpy in strange places, and you can feel the springs pressing through the fabric. You might be tired, but you're far from tired enough to get in more than a few minutes of uncomfortable napping. Doesn't seem like there's much else for you to do here right now. All right, let's go into town. Now that you're settled in, there's not much left for you to do. Okay. Explore every room in the estate before going into town. Okay, nice. If you had known you'd wind up having to walk all the way back to town, you probably would have just asked Tabitha to leave you at the bus stop, especially with how unhappy she seemed to see you. If only you could wipe the slate between the two of you clean and bury some of the tension. Though maybe her mother's funeral isn't the best time for something like that. Then again, maybe it's the perfect time. Really pretty out here. Give me 1 second, chat. I'm just gonna run to the restroom real quick. So it's just gonna be a small break, and we'll be right back. So do some stretching, drink some water. I'll be back shortly. Foxy Steve, thank you so much for the raid. I super appreciate it. I don't know if you're still here, but if you left, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I love you too, man. Everybody go check out Foxy. He's wonderful and awesome. Let me go give you a shout out. There we go. Check out Foxy. He's awesome. And if you're KFBF, he's another KFBF, so definitely support him.
Dracomaser84 just subscribed for 15 months. What? That long already? Where's the time gone?
It's crazy, Draco. Thank you so much for the 15 months support. I appreciate you, friend. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for stopping by. Oh, stop it. All right, let's go ahead and continue with the game. All right, we made it in town. The holler, as the guy on the bus called it, has probably seen better days. It still has the feeling of an idyllic country town, but its sidewalks are cracked and many of the storefronts are boarded up, their windows dusty with age. A chill breeze sweeps down the lane and you shudder, suddenly feeling as if you're peering into a grave. Oh, puppy! Gretchen, come back! Oh, I've seen you. Oh, I haven't seen you around here before. That pug has seen better days, okay? You're doing pretty good, Draco. How about yourself? What's new? What's exciting? I haven't seen you around here before. The young woman is noticeably flustered by your appearance. It's a phenomenon that you, as a hot, are all too familiar with. It's so funny. Sorry about Gretchen. She can be very slippery when she wants to be. Hope she didn't scare you. I'm petting the dog. You reach out and scratch Gretchen behind the ears. Her fur is soft and warm. She wheezes excitedly, digging her little nose into your palm and licking your hand. This is a much better time paying this dog than paying that cat. Rugrats on inscription was a banger. I got pretty decently far into the game, but I didn't end up finishing it. But I'm glad you enjoyed it, Funky. I really did, and I really did enjoy a lot of what I played. Work has been exhausting lately by holiday season, so yay for that. I'm sorry, Draco. I know that's tough for where you work. I know you got more ahead of you, but I hope it goes as smooth as it can. I'm so glad you two are getting along. She's just the cutest with how energetic she gets. You'd never know she's 17. She's 17? It's gotta be really old for a dog, right? It sure is. She's about 84 in dog years. I'm hoping she beats the current record holder and makes it to 19. The dog, if you're talking about in Walking Dead, I had to kill the dog, okay? It was either leave it to suffer or kill it and end its suffering, okay? And I did the right thing there. And the devil in me, I saved that dog. That dog is with me. Already at 20, the more time we get together, the better. Isn't that right, Gretch? But what am I doing? I got so caught up in the excitement of meeting someone new that I entirely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Stella. Hi, Stella. It's not often I see a strange face up in the holler. Every now and then, there's a new crop of coal, folks. But you don't look dusty enough for that. You aren't in town for the funeral, are you? The Scarlet funeral? Hi, I'm Dev. You must be Tabby's cousin, right? That's the only person I can think of who would come to town for the funeral. How's she holding up? To be honest, I've been a little worried about her, all alone up in that big house. I feel like whoever I met today isn't the real Tabitha, just a mask she wears. I hope that's a metaphorical mask you're talking about. So tell the truth. So to tell you the truth, she's always been a little rough around the edges, but most people don't really catch on to that. It'll probably be good for her to know her now that you are staying there, even if she doesn't think so herself. Are you two friends? I was probably closer than most people have gotten to being able to call her a friend. The school here is really small, so everyone had to at least get along with everyone else. She was a grade ahead of me, but everyone knew her, especially since she's a Scarlet. We wound up bonding a bit when we were both in the school's production of A Midsummer Night's Dream. I was Puck and she was Mustard Seed. As you might have expected, she was more than a little prickly, but I managed to soften her up a bit in the end. But then she graduated and that was that. Oh, if you just got to town, you must be starving. I was just on my way to the diner for a coffee and they've got amazing biscuits, my treat. Ooh, oh, we can flirt? We can flirt with Stella. We can do that. I don't really have a rule against accepting strange food invitations from people I don't know, but I'll make exception because you're pretty. What can I say? I know I have my charms. The pleasant aroma of greasy breakfast food hangs heavy in the air, in contrast with the empty, lifeless atmosphere of the family estate. The diner is filled with the comforting din of human life. Oh God, why are they all looking at me? Stop looking at me! All of which grinds to a sudden halt as the patrons realize that a stranger has entered the establishment. Hot. Hey everyone, I'm Dev. I'm just in town for the funeral. Nice to meet you all. The woman behind the counter beams back at you. Hello there, and welcome to the holler. You just let us know if you need anything, okay? You're not politely giving a small wave as you and Stella slide into the nearest booth. Looks like you'll probably be the talk of the town for a while. It's not often folks around here meet any strangers, and with who you're related to, well, folks love their gossip, you know? Hey Stella, I went ahead and fixed you up a coffee. They quietly place a cup of coffee in front of Stella. And here's some bacon for the little lady. Gretchen sniffs the bacon and digs in. Tip, you can hit the H button on your keyboard to hide text box at any time. Oh, so we can see the full thing. That's cool. She's so cute. Oh, he's winking at me. Man, they both want me. What about you, stranger? Anything I can get you? The name's Avery. I'll be taking care of you today. Stella says she's buying a lot of everything. Please and thank you. I have a biscuit and coffee, please. I heard they're really good. Now they're both winking at me. Oh, she finishes. She's sad. Best in the county. It reports the favorite brew to the empty mug in front of you. They linger after pouring your coffee, turning to you nervously. Oh, and I'm sorry for your loss. Before you have a chance to respond, they're gone. Glad you took my advice with the biscuits. You won't regret it. Anyways, the funeral's not till Sunday, right? That gives you quite a bit of time to slum around town. I'm trying to think of if there are any cool events going on this week. Oh, she's still saying it. There's always the reading adventure at the library, which is supposed to be for little kids, but I do it every month anyway. Oh, and I'm pretty sure everybody's throwing a party Saturday night, so that's a fun thing to look forward to. And there's the weekly Sunday potluck. Shelly! How's it going? Thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? Welcome in, everybody. Hope you all had an amazing time over in Shelly's stream. Let me go and give you a shout out. Oh, I was going to do it anyway, but that works. You're playing some Little Nightmares 3. How are you liking it?
What's the Elvish word for friend?
Melon.
Big Travi, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. I really appreciate it. Hope you're having a great day. All hell Mochi. All hell Mochi. Hell yeah. Welcome in, everybody. Everybody who's here at my stream, please go check out Shelly. She's awesome. Plays a variety of games, Fortnite, playing some Little Nightmares, so definitely go check her out. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jared Dex. I'm a writer streamer here on Twitch. I play a wide variety of games. We're playing through a lot of horror-style games for this month. Right now, we're checking out this smaller indie experience called Scarlet Hollow, which is more of a visual novel kind of thing. It's been a lot of fun so far. The kind of dialogue and stuff has been fun. We haven't gotten through a lot of like horror aspects yet, but I'm enjoying it so far. Me and my friend Matt Exposure, which I still have on my title, we're playing through some of the Dark Pictures anthology games. We finished Little Hope today. No, not Little Hope. The Devil in Me today. Then we started Little Hope today. So that's been fun. Definitely check her out. She's awesome. Yeah, we love to play anything horror, Souls-likes, JRPGs, platformers, what have you. We play it all. We're also a very welcoming community, so we'll tolerate kind of bigotry, racism, anything that makes you an awful person. So feel free to lurk or chat and know to be taken care of. And post-stream care is important. So Shelly, if you need to get going, or any of your viewers to take care of yourselves, rest, get something to eat, whatever you gotta do, please do so. We'll hopefully see you next time. You like it a lot. It's been really fun. That's awesome. Yeah, I just got the first two recently, so I'm hoping to be able to play through those at some point and then maybe check out the third one. But I really appreciate you coming through, Shelly. I hope you're doing well. Hope you had a blast at TwitchCon. And I'll be excited to meet you when we go to Game Awards. All right, so currently we're in this diner. We just got to the small town that our family's from. And so we're just kind of meeting the locals, kind of just getting ourselves acquainted with this place we've never been to. You had a great time. That's awesome. I'm glad. Excited to meet you too. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm glad we finally figured out another hotel, because it sucks that like that one's closing. I've never like booked a place and then they were like, yeah, the hotel's closing. So that's new for me. But I'm glad we were able to find some place that's actually cheaper. It's actually pretty close from what I understand to the venue. So that won't be too bad. That should be right after the funeral too. So it'll be a special occasion. Let's see here. Line, no, that really is checking the fancy. Sounds neat. Maybe I'll check out some of these things out. We'll do that one. Anyway, those are all the big events I can think of. As for the day-to-day, any idea how you want to kill your time for the rest of the week? That's to you. We just met. I don't have to tell you all my plans. Honestly, no clue. I'm sure I'll be able to occupy myself. I'll probably just do what I can to support Tabitha through this. I kind of assumed I'd be spending my time trying to help Tabitha, but with how quickly sure I'd say, I'm not sure that's enough for a full schedule. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Did you have a favorite kind of moment or thing you did over at TwitchCon? Did you guys do anything super cool at the Airbnb? How was the con? Let me know. Anybody else, if you're in chat who went to TwitchCon, let me know how you enjoyed it. I know there's been like, for the con itself, I've been hearing some mixed things regarding it, so curious what you thought. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Billy's cool. I like Billy. I got to meet him when I went to TwitchCon last year. So Hero, my recommendation for gaming chairs is don't get a gaming chair, get an office chair. Unless you just want like kind of the aesthetic stuff, then you probably have to go look at like a higher price thing. But if you go for an office chair, you generally will spend less, and it's built more to keep you comfortable while you're sitting. So that's my recommendation. Like, this is an office chair, and it's way comfortable than any other like gaming chair I've had. Yeah, you can check out Office Depot. That's where I got this from. Was Office Depot. Yeah, definitely look up like, because you can see like what chairs like, because they rate chairs on how long you're like, based on how long you want to sit in them and stuff like that, and stuff like that. So if you can look at ones with a higher ability to sit in them because they're just made to sit for that long, look into that. Yeah, you can really like look into like sizing, whether it's like you need a big and tall or like certain weight limits and stuff like that, whatever it may be. Like I just feel like there's a lot more ability to find the chair that's going to fit for you, because gaming chairs I feel like go more for style over comfort in a lot of ways. Also me, I don't know how to say that, Shelly, and I'm not sure who that is. So let me know who that is. But I'm glad you got to meet them, and I hope that was a good experience. Really silly of you, but you're right. That'll definitely still leave you plenty of time to kill. Have you thought about exploring the local trails at all? I'm usually out there out there a few nights a week for my job, and I'd be happy to show you around. Before Stella can finish, Avery returns Biscuit in tow. Gravity, I agree. Yeah, I feel like it's more your kind of brand name, the look, more of that kind of appearance aspect rather than, hey, this is going to be comfortable to sit in for like however many hours. The only gaming chair I've sat in that has actually been a resemblance of comfort has been Secret Labs, but they're very, very pricey. Here's your Biscuit. When he says it's on the house, she sends her condolences. Aw, that's nice. Look at my Biscuit. It's like a good Biscuit, but poor Gretchen. She's sad. She still don't got no more bacon. What? I look like a charity case. You didn't have to do that. No worries. Hope you enjoy it. Biscuit, you pick up the Biscuit. It's delicate and fluffy. It nearly crumbles at your touch. A warmth emanates from its surface. You don't even need to taste it to know that it's good. Divinity given buttery form. You take a bite, it melts in your mouth as if it was nothing but butter suspended in a thin matrix of dough. Truly, this is a perfect biscuit. Whoa. This is a really good biscuit. Wow. I'm so glad you like it. Avery lingers at the table for a moment. So, has Stella mentioned she's famous? You're famous? Like how famous? You're the only person I know who's been on the news. If that's not famous, then I don't know what is. Stella sighs. I'm a YouTuber. Hey, good for you. You and everyone else, man. You could be such a dick in this game. What kind of videos do you do? She hunts cryptids? You should really check out her channel, Dev. It's amazing. I think the best video to start with would be that river one. You know, the controversial one? Oh yeah, the Catawba river runner. I didn't expect much out of the footage at the time, but it really wound up doing numbers. So the river runner is a cryptid that's only known for a single sighting. 2 Boy Scouts thought they saw something big and weird at the Catawba River, and that's all I had to go on. But then I wound up catching this on camera. Stella pulls out her phone and shows you a clip of something in a river. Some folks said it was a beaver, but if that was the case, it'd be at least twice the size of any beaver I'd seen. I also had people saying it was a dog or even a capybara, but that must have escaped from a local wildlife sanctuary. I'm still not sure what it was. I'm the one who saw the thing with my own 2 eyes. Oh yeah, totally a dog. Or wait, a beaver? Hold on. Whatever it is, you should leave it alone. I don't believe in cryptids. I'm gonna keep being nice. That's an honest to God cryptid there. No way that's a beaver or a dog, and there's no way a capybara would be swimming in a river in the mountains of North Carolina. Unless there's some North American colony of capybaras in Appalachia, but that would still count as a cryptid, wouldn't it? Oh, so we're in the Appalachia like mountains? This makes this like more terrifying. Yeah, until someone catches a capybara up here, that would still count as a cryptid by most standards. My comment section went nuts for this footage, and from there it spread to Twitter pretty fast. It's very interesting that they're naming these sites. I wonder if they had to get any kind of permission for that, because I feel like a lot of times they avoid that stuff. So it's interesting to see in like a indie project. There were polls for days. I even had actual experts weighing in. It was all really cool. It was a really cool experience, and it meant the video did some pretty great numbers. Personally, I'm a fan of the capybara theory. There's always people keeping those things as exotic pets. Kind of a sewer gator type situation. Yeah, exactly. Some exotic pet owner set it free, and now it will forever roam the Kadaba, confusing Boy Scouts and YouTube commenters for years to come. So speaking of things to do around town, I was actually planning on filming this week's video tonight. I was wondering if maybe you'd want to come along. It's a pretty easy one this week. We wouldn't even have to camp anywhere. I'm gonna go after the... Wait, no spoilers. I should probably get back to it instead of standing around chatting with friends anyway. See y'all around. Of course, Hero. Yeah, it's like, I know there's like that kind of idea, like, oh, you should get a gaming chair, but like, I want you to be comfortable while you're gaming, you know? Now that the coast is clear, I'm going after the skunk ape. Interesting, interesting. Tell me more. You stinky. What's a skunk ape? Isn't that just worse Bigfoot? Well, it's kind of like Bigfoot, only smellier. Most skunk ape sightings are from Florida, but while I was doing research for last week's video, I came across a report where a lady from a town over claimed to have one on her deck playing a tug of war with her dog. Neo! Oh yeah, I forgot Elgato was coming out of the chair. Totally. I saw it, then I totally forgot about it. Hey buddy, how's it going? It's good to see you. Hero, is this correct? Is skunk ape a kind of folklore tale down in Florida? Let us know. Just got home from running errands all day. Well, I'm glad you're home. I hope you get to have a relaxing rest of your night. And hopefully your errands went well. As I leave no stone unturned, I decided it was worth investigating. So what do you say? Want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against the darkening sky, that sort of thing. We're gonna say it's a date. We're flirting. It's a date. Cool. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I actually started the channel with a couple buddies of mine back in middle school, but it's just been me and Gretchen for quite a while. I miss those two. Our videos were terrible. Maybe I'll get the chance to meet them later this week. So we should probably head out if we want to make it up the mountain before it's too dark. Come on, let's blow this popsicle stand. You pause before getting up. Maybe it's time to make a good first impression. Can't afford to leave a tip. Don't leave a tip. You didn't even spend any money. We'll leave a generous tip. You reach into your pocket and pull out a crumpled $5 bill. You know it's a bit more than one would expect from such a short dining experience, but you might as well share the wealth while you've got it. You know, it's interesting they said from like a short dining experience, because I base tip on total cost, not how long I was there, you know? Well, I hope you were able to get them all done, Neo, because you guys are going to a wedding. Is it that you said you were going to? You spelled out the bill before placing it on the table inconspicuously. Oh, that's awesome of you. Avery will appreciate that, I'm sure. So far, Neo, the kind of premise of this game, it's an indie horror game. It's like a visual novel, and your character is from this kind of well-known family in this small town. They have an estate and everything, but your mom left the family, and there's been bad blood between your mom and the rest of the family for a long time, so you never got to come here, you never got to be them. You usually heard them through kind of your mom's like distaste for them. Then your aunt died, and so then your cousin, who's your aunt's daughter, invited you to the funeral. So you came up, you're kind of getting used to the town. You went to the state. The state is in shambles. Your cousin is very um, very rough around the edges, very kind of an aggressive, a little bit kind of person, not easy to get along with. So right now we're just kind of getting to know people, meet people, that kind of a thing. So nothing crazy has happened yet. And then the cool thing was that it allows you to pick these two different traits that will help influence different dialogue options you can do. So like there's the ones we chose were mystic that help you to be able to see things differently than other people. So you kind of have more ability to kind of understand things. Marty, leave it. Stop. Leave it. Hey, stop. Um, and then we also did one that was hot that makes us attractive, and so that gives us different dialogue options as well. So that's been kind of cool. Hey, you, leave it alone. Stop it. No. Leave it. No. Leave it. You don't need to bark. You're fine. Lay down. You're okay. You're okay, Bumpy. Love you. Come on. Oh, that makes more sense. Hi. So,
I'm just here to grab Vienna's in your fryer. Beth, did you go to McDonald's without me?
I just ordered it. It was buy one get one free on the nuggets.
And when I placed
How are we gonna make the stuff? You taking her back to the dorm? Okay. Well, let me know if you remember. Love you.
did you feed him?
Yep. No, I've not fed him. I took him out though.
That's why he's so excited to feed you.
Well, he's gonna get fed right now, Funky. Hi, Flame. Welcome in. I'll have to check that out, Funky, after stream. It hadn't been very cold when you first arrived in town, but as the sun dips closer and closer to the horizon, a chill descends upon the hollow, and you see your situation with renewed clarity. You're in a new place, far from civilization, and the people you know, following someone you just met into a dark forest in search of monsters. You feel? We're into the mystical. A sense of foreboding. Feel an overwhelming sense of foreboding, which seems only natural considering where you are. Your instinct screams at you to leave, but at the same time, you're curious to see what the night has in store for you. You decide to go with the flow, to keep putting one foot in front of the other, and not dwell too much on this strange feeling. I love this brisk fall weather. This past summer was the hottest on record since last year, at least. You know how it is these days. Each summer is the hottest yet until the next summer, which always finds a way to be so much worse. It's just nice to feel the chill in the air and see the leaves change, like normalcy is restored, if only for a moment. Sorry if that was a bit of a bummer. We should talk about something more fun, like skunk apes. When I took Marty out earlier, a lot of our trees are finally changing color. A lot of leaves have fallen, so it looks very fally right now in my city. So that was kind of cool to see. You know, like ghosts, demons, werewolves, that sort of thing. It's the weirdest thing you've seen out here other than cryptids. Do you ever hunt any things that aren't cryptids? You know, like ghosts, demons, werewolves, that sort of thing? Yeah, for sure. I used to go after all sorts of spooky stuff. I've never had much luck though, especially when it comes to ghosts. Back when I first started doing solo videos, I'd go into all sorts of old abandoned buildings, hoping I'd stumble across some sort of activity, but nothing ever happened. It was always just me and my camera in an old house getting worked up over gusts of wind or a creaky floorboard. When all's said and done, I've just been a lot luckier with cryptids. I want to believe in ghosts so bad, and I can't rule out the possibility that there really are true hauntings out there. But if there are, I sure as heck haven't seen any myself. Aww. Thanks, Funky. Werewolves, I kind of lump in with cryptids. I'd be shocked if there actually were people out there who turned into animals, but werewolf lore lines up pretty well with the great beast genre of cryptid. As for demons, I don't know. I honestly don't even want to consider the possibility of that they exist, because if they really are out there, a lot of folks are doomed to an eternity of flames. So let's hope all of that's just bunk, am I right? What about aliens? Don't even get me started. Did you see those UFO videos the government declassified? Aliens are definitely real, and they have absolutely visited Earth. Like, I believe in aliens way more than I believe in cryptids. You don't see me hunting aliens out here because we know they're real. You know, like, I'm not one way or the other when it comes to aliens. For me, it's like, if like tomorrow they're like, aliens touched down on Earth, I'd be like, that makes sense, you know? But whether they ban here or not, I don't fucking know, you know? But yeah, like, I wouldn't be surprised. I'd be like, that makes sense. The universe is very big, so there'd be no shock for me. I'd just be like, huh, cool. Can they bring us free healthcare? That'd probably be in my head. Like, can we have free healthcare? That's just what the government wants you to think. Oh, you could be a total conspiracy theorist. Yeah, but everything is cut from the same cloth. Well, you gotta meet my friend Kanika's mom. You two would get along. What's the weirdest thing you've seen out here other than cryptids? Oh gosh, that's a good one. Let me think. Well, there's always the deer I saw stealing baby birds out of a nest and eating them. That was pretty messed up. But I think most people know about that these days. I've seen tons of videos of other deer doing it, so I'm not sure if it counts as weird anymore. Tetanus Lake. That's definitely the weirdest. It's a 5 foot deep, 30 foot wide wide pile of old cans and bottles and assorted garbage with grass and trees growing on it, so you could barely tell it was there until you stepped on it. It was practically solid ground with how much it had been compressed, but you could still fall through if you weren't careful, hence the name. Better be up on your shots if you want to mess around in there. It's all stuff from the 50s too, which is super neat. I salvaged a few bottles that I keep on my dresser as a little souvenir. Let's move on. Did you hear that? Oh, who's this guy? Calm down, Gretchen, you old mutt. Phew, sorry for getting spooked, Duke. I thought you were some creature of darkness. Nah, girly. Just old Duke. Now, what the hell are you looking for way out here? Skunk ape? Sorry, I asked. And who's this you suckered into coming with you? Wait a tick, you aren't. Is that? Yep. I see. Welcome to the holler. My condolences. I'll keep you in my prayers. Now, both of y'all head back to town, you hear? It's best you steer well clear of this area tonight. I'm out dealing with my own critter and won't be too appreciative if a couple of fools with a camera scare away the more sensitive wildlife. What are you two hunting tonight? Something tall and hairy. Something musky. You see anything like that recently? Wouldn't you like to know? You never could stay in your business, Stella Richmond. Put that damn camera down. Come on, Duke. Maybe I could help you out. I'm pretty good at tracking. You know I learned from the best. That you did. but I have yet to see a shred of proof that you listened to any of it. The way you tromp around the woods at night yelling about chunkabungus or what have you. Something's been getting at my chickens. I've lost 3 this week. You can't afford to lose many more than that. Huh, I wonder if Skunk Abe has a taste for chickens. Now see, this is why you don't come, I don't come to you about these things. It ain't no Skunk Abe, wherever the hell that is. I know exactly what that is, but I know you won't believe me if I tell you. Oh, Duke, you don't think it's... I do actually. It's those damned mountain lions. They're out there, Stella. I don't care what your little investigation turned up. You haven't been out in these woods as long as I have. Those sons of bitches are sneaky. Of course, you wouldn't find any in one night of tracking. I know for a fact that's what we've been getting at. What's been getting at my chickens. It couldn't be anything else. I'm telling you, man, mountain lions are extinct in these parts. There hasn't been an actual sighting since the 1990s, and even those are iffy. I can't believe you go out there on your YouTube saying some river monster spotted by a couple school-age boys, Boy Scouts has been 100% confirmed. Yet Appalachian cougars are some kind of far-fetched fantasy made up by geezers like me. You made me look like a fool. I read the comments people were posting on your video. Sorry, Duke. I didn't mean to sick anybody on you. I just don't think it's plausible. You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of the woods at dawn. And if you don't want a face full of buckshot, I suggest you run home and stay out of the woods tonight. As Duke's words leave his mouth, an existential dread begins to pull at your chest. Something is waiting for you deeper in the woods. Whatever it is, the 3 of you are bound to meet it, and it will change you forever. What? If you find a mountain lion, don't kill it. Right on, Duke, kill that mountain lion. Can't you just buy more chickens? Yeah, I know, I'm hunting it. What if it's not a mountain lion, though? What if it's... Oh, don't you get started again. If your daddy could hear you now going on about ghouls and goblins using what he taught you to run around these woods like some kind of paranormal investigator. Do you want that to be his legacy, girl? And besides, you know my boy Bo and me are headed down to the state fair to show off Big Betty this week. We'll be gone days and the chicken...
Jesus just subscribed for 7 months. What in the Texas?
Hi, Jacob. Thank you so much for the resub for the 7 months support. Appreciate it. How are you? Everybody go check out Jacob and Neo. They're both amazing. Give them a follow. Check out their content. They're awesome. We'll be gone days, and the chicken coop might as well have a big all you can eat sign on it if you don't nip this in the bud tonight. You know how I feel about my chickens. I couldn't take it if I lost any more of my poor little ladies. And you know, I have to put out a video by tomorrow evening. As Stella and Duke both root themselves into their stubborn instances, the feeling from before gains form and clarity. Something faded has been locked in stone. Somebody here is going to die tonight. If I miss an update, I might lose my new sponsor, and who knows what that'll mean for my career. We all need to get out of the woods tonight, right now. If we don't, somebody's going to die tonight. Why are you even trying to warn them? Fate is fate. There's no resisting it. You know this. Now, what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to threaten me? I don't know. It's just a weird feeling I get sometimes. A weird bad feeling. It's never wrong. How's your Sunday going, Jacob? Hopefully it's been good. Are you trying to say you're psychic or something? Signs point to yes. Whoa. What am I thinking right now? Hush, you ain't psychic. You're just trying to unsettle me, and so I let you go. Y'all go off in the woods to film your little video. Dev, I think you freaked Duke out enough for one evening. Maybe we should leave the poor man to his wild goose chase. I'm not freaked out by your friend's theatrics, but if it gets you out of my hair, sure, I'm greatly disturbed. Now run along home and stay out of trouble. Hi again, Flame. How are you doing? As you and Stella return to the trail, she carefully looks back at you, looks back the way you came. Okay, the coast is clear. There's no way we're letting Duke edge us out that easy. Come on, I know the trail that'll let us get around him. Oh no, we aren't actually headed back to town. Are you sure you don't want to like watch a movie instead? You don't have to worry about Duke. I've been out tracking with him before. The man sounds like a truck crashing through the trees when he walks. Even if we do cross paths, we'll hear him long before he catches wind of us. We can always do a movie night later, but right now my viewers come first. They demand cryptids, and I am duty bound to give them what they so crave. Oh, no worries, Flame. Welcome back. How are you? Oh, stretch. Hmm. I'm under duress. This isn't about Duke. Something bad is going to happen if we stay here. Wait. You don't want to dip out now. The sun is about to set. Things are just about to get good. I know it. Sure, I guess I'll stick around for sunset. Great. I promise it'll be chill. If it makes you feel any better, not much usually happens on these hikes. We'll probably just head home pretty soon after it gets dark. Duke will never know we were up here. There's a great overlook just up the path. We can start there. I hope nothing bad happens to her. Let Duke die. Don't let Stella die. Oh, nice, Flame. That's awesome. I don't think I've ever had the cherry 7 Up. No, I had the chill 7 Up that was like a cherry lime kind of thing, if I remember correctly. And that was pretty good. Or it might have been Sprite chill. I don't remember. It's one of those two. Look, a good shot. Mind holding the camera? She hands you the camera and takes position. Ahem. As night falls, my new assistant, the gorgeous Dev, and I find ourselves on a high hill in the Blue Ridge Mountains, where we'll begin to hunt for the elusive yet pungent skunk ape. Though mostly encountered in Florida, this possible relative of Bigfoot has been spotted all along the southeastern edge of the United States, including right in this very county. Here's hoping we get a glimpse tonight. We'll check back once we're on the trail. Until then, stay searching, Stellars. I can take that camera off your hands for now. We'll be able to start tracking scenes once the sun sets all the way. Tron, how's it going? Welcome in. Ever go check out Tron? Give them a follow. They've been playing a lot of Fallout 76 recently. Go check out their stuff. They're awesome. Go support. Same with Flame. Let me give Flame a shout out. Never forget. Flame is a newer streamer. Loves Fallout as well. Been playing a lot of 76 as well. Go check her out. She's awesome. I think in the meantime, we get to take in all of this gorgeous scenery. Duke may be gone, but that feeling in your gut still lingers. Something terrible awaits you. Something unavoidable. But what exactly is wrong in these woods still eludes you. I mean, I've already warned her, but I'm a flirt. Using the only gorgeous thing out here. I'm just telling the truth. You both are awesome. I gotta just spread the truth, okay? That's all I do here. But I appreciate you both being here. I hope you both are doing well today. Hope you've had a great weekend. View is the only gorgeous thing out here. I was thinking the same thing. Got a hell of a mug. Let the moment hang in the air. You and Stella let the moment hang in the air, both of you comfortably taking each other's and the natural world around you. Only for it to be pierced by a loud, percussive snort. Death is coming for me at last. Goodbye, cruel world. What was that? No need to panic. That's just the sound of a deer. The deer make when they want to warn the rest of their herd about big scary predators like us. Let's check it out. I don't know if we should. You can still hear the footfalls of animals retreating to the woods. She reaches for her flashlight. Oh, what the fuck is wrong with that deer? Nina remains behind, staring down the beam of light while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. And then it's gone. Gretchen, calm down. You're gonna hurt yourself. She cannot handle deer. When she gets like this, I usually have to pick her up and hold her. She has a bad habit of slipping her harness when she wants to go after something. You're too much of a potato, and they don't make harnesses to fit potatoes, do they? There was something wrong with that deer. Did you see its face? Now that you mention it, there was something a little off. I bet it was an abscess, maybe a tumor. Um, so like we have deer up here, especially in the town that I commute to for work. There's tons of deer down there, like tons of them. And so there's this deer, like a buck had horns and everything. But it was really strange because so I stopped so we could cross the road. Um, but the way it looked, it almost looked like there was something on the other side of it. Like I almost thought for a second that this was like a two-headed deer kind of thing. It looked super freaky, but its head was so weighted on the right side and it kept on doing this whole thing. And then as it passed, I drove past it, all of its horns on the right side were kind of bulbous and swollen, almost looked fuzzy looking. It was weird. I've never seen deer horns like that. It was so strange. I tried looking it up. I couldn't find an answer about it, but it was the weirdest thing I've ever seen out of deer. Zombie deer virus. Yeah, I have no idea what. It was so weird, so strange. I didn't even know horns could look like that. Not like the wild animals can get those taken care of, so they just get bigger and bigger. Poor thing. But there's not much we can do about it. Oh, that got my that got my heart rate up. I'm ready. I'm so ready for the hunt. Same for me. This is what we take a quick snap break to fuel up, then we get right into the night's activities. Got apricots, trail mix, extra M&Ms. But hopefully no raisins. I don't like raisins. As you settle down to rest, Stella breaks open a bag of assorted snacks. Dried apricots. Take the sesame sticks. Oh, I love sesame sticks. Grab a handful of sesame sticks. The one snack I didn't make myself. I was hoping to wow you with my cooking skills, but I guess that'll have to wait for some other time. Still a tasty choice, the chips of the hiking trail. Yeah, I don't know, Flame. I tried looking up, I just couldn't find an answer. Just odd. Everything else about it looked fine. It was just the horns, and it was just weird. So crazy. Some would say chips are the chips of the hiking trail, but who would bring such a delicate, space-consuming snack in their pack when they could fit another bottle of water or more snacks? Look at Gretchen, she's cute. You and Sel settle down on an overlook, snacks in hand, as the quiet sound of evening wildlife wash over you. Gretchen nods on the stick, distracted for the time being. So, tell me what it's like in Compton. Do you have a house, an apartment? Do you live with family, roommates, pets? Tell me what it's like to be Dev. Um, Live alone, dingy studio apartment. And it's a mixed bag. At first, it was kind of nice to finally have a space that was just mine, but now it feels cramped. It feels like I'm stuck in a closet alone and no one can come let me out because I chose this for myself. And as far as they know, I'm happy being there. The lights flicker, the toilet is constantly getting backed up because the landlady upstairs keeps flushing her cat litter. It smells like cigarettes for some reason. And it's home to an extremely durable population of roaches. But I guess it's home. I do what I can to spruce up the place. I got a plant. You know how they say living things are supposed to brighten up a room. When you put it like that, I wonder if staying in that old mansion is a step up or a step down for you. Maybe just a step sideways. Have you tried looking for a different place or maybe finding a roommate? There's gotta be something better out there for you. I've been saving up something better. Oh, I hear you. I've been saving up something better. Oh yeah? So what do you do for a living? Since I'm a streamer, I'm gonna say I'm a streamer. I'm actually a streamer. Oh no way, a fellow content creator. I guess we've got a lot of common, Dev. What are the odds? What sort of streams do you do? I play video games. That's cool. I'll have to check out your channel sometime this week. How do you like it? Imagine I'd be like, I used to like it, but now I don't know. I trade for the world. Most people I meet tend to raise their eyebrows when I tell them what I do, but I love it. It might not be much, but it makes me feel like I'm taking control of my own destiny. Believe me, I can relate. I don't think I'd give up what I do for anything. A crisp breeze passes over you. What about you? What's your story? Gretchen and I live in a little house just outside town. It's actually the house I grew up in, so it has a lot of pleasant memories attached to it, and I'm glad I could keep it in the family. My great-great-grandfather built that house, and he must have done a great job because it's just as sturdy as it's ever been. You live alone? Yeah, the place used to belong to my parents, but they're not around anymore, and the Holler's a small enough place that other folks don't need roommates. Oh, because they're dead? Oh geez, I'm so sorry. It's okay, you didn't know. I've done my morning. You don't have to watch your tongue around me or anything. Life goes on. I guess I'm gonna try to slide again, see if it goes better with her. Turbo. Exclusive club, that's so funny. I guess we are. Yay! She enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm liking the music and the dialogue since I feel like they put a lot of thought into both those things. I'm okay, hanging in there. It was a long time coming, so I wasn't surprised. I kind of come to terms with it by the time it actually happened. It's not all bad. She doesn't have to be in pain anymore. That's relief. The hospital bills are another story, though. Can't even imagine how bad that must be. It's just salt in the wound at that point. On the left side here. Oh, you guys can't even see that. Let me move myself so you guys can get at least a little bit better of a look on everything. Let's see. Boop, boop. And then we need that. Oh, that's not what I want. What else is grabbed? I'll put myself up here. That's what I'll do. Will you take a shot with me later? Why are we taking shots? I mean, I'm not opposed, but like, porque?
I don't want to do this scary shit anymore!
Because why not? I'll tell you what. I'll have a drink, okay? Just because, like, I have to work tomorrow, and if I wake up feeling like shit, it's not going to be great. So, I will have a drink. How about that? Can we compromise on that? Okay, fair. Cool. Yeah, I usually try not to drink too much unless I know I can just sleep in the next day.
Boo!
Hey, Flay. Boo you. But yeah. Oh no, Jacob, if you had asked me yesterday, like if I was streaming yesterday, I would have been like, hell yeah, let's fucking do it. Cause I could have just slept in today, you know? But yeah, so let me know you want me to have the drink. I'll go get it and we'll drink. Because I used to be able to handle just alcohol pretty well when I was younger. Obviously, as you get older, it becomes harder. But like, but like when I was in my 20s, man, I could just wake up like, yeah, I'd have a hangover, but I could just go eat something, I'd be fine. But like now, when I have a hangover, it feels like it lasts most of the day. Yeah, it looks like these two little dots on the left side here. You guys can't even see my cursor, but like on the left-hand side. Just two dots. It looks like eyes. It's showtime. Whatever lurks behind the tree line is something best left unseen. But the events of this evening were already set in motion long before you stepped foot in Scarlet Hollow. There's no turning back now. Oh, those eyes are gone. There's something terrible out there, Stella. Whatever it is, it's close. Here, watch Gretchen for a moment while I check this out. No, I don't want you to die! You and Stella inch towards the tree line as she shines her flashlight into the woods. As you approach a series of weak clucks call out from a nearby bush. Maybe Duke's birds weren't eaten after all? Oh shit! Oh, something grabbed it! What the fuck was that? What the hell was that? Hold on, I gotta play that back. Holy shit. I'm guessing it must be maybe 2-3 feet tall. It doesn't look hairy either, so I think we can rule out skunk ape. But whatever it is, it has one of Duke's chickens. It looks like it's headed north. Let's go after it. I'll just follow her. You follow Stella as she sprints into the unknown, Gretchen excitedly pulling you along by her leash. Gretchen! Not Gretchen, Stella! Ow! The monster's got you. We're gonna die out here. Oh good, the monsters will get you first. That's horrible. Supposed to be a hardened mountain girl. I'm just gonna say, are you okay? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm alright. I just tripped on something weird. Oh no, that poor thing. It must have been one of Duke's. Oh Jesus, it's still alive. I guess we have to roll the camera. It seems we found one of Duke's chickens, folks, and she's not looking good. I'm hesitant to speculate, but she definitely seems to have some sort of growth under her skin. Could be a tumor, could be something else. Either way, I don't think there's much that can be done for her at this point. Geez, I hope I don't get demonetized for this one. Wait, do you hear that? Duke! Okay, Duke, you're here, so you can die instead. Still, I swear to God, didn't I tell you to go home? Birdie? Birdie, oh no, what's happened to you, sweetheart? Duke, we just found her like this. I think there's something seriously wrong with her. Jesus H. Christ. There's something really wrong with all the animals we've seen tonight. No goddamn shit, it's like some kind of plague. It better not be contagious. Dude, we saw the thing that got a hold of her. Got it on camera too. I don't know what it is yet. A gnome or something. You know there ain't no such thing. Examine the chicken. God, like what the fuck? Ooh. You stoop down and look at the chicken. Don't let Gretchen get too close. She'll try to take a bite if you don't stop her. You hold Gretchen's leash close to your chest. She seems nervous, squirming slightly against her harness. For the growth. Good God, at first you thought it might have been a tumor, but this is something else. The skin is stretched, taut, and the growth pulsing beneath. It looks like there's something inside, like an embryo or something. She could still get better. Maybe she just needs that thing to pop and she'll be right as rain in a couple days. Happened to me once, and there's not so much as a scar these days. I don't know, it kind of looks like there's something in there. Poor little chicken's eyes look at you glazed over, but still rolling around in their sockets with unfortunate life. Look at the wing. The wing is barely still attached, but that seems to be the least of the chicken's concerns. Whatever got a hold of her busted the wing up too, little bastard. Yeah, what a bastard. Having investigated to your heart's content, you step back and give the bird space. You think she's become an egg? Like one of those things is going to pop out of her? No, I refuse to entertain that notion. She ain't some kind of incubator. She just needs that thing drained. Maybe some antibiotics, that's all. This is just like that deer. Deer? What deer? We ran into one earlier. It had growths just like Birdie. As you and Duke Stella take stock of the situation, a sound begins to wrap around you, gently at first, barely a whisper, but then guttural moan. And then another, and another, until suddenly you find yourself surrounded by a chorus of groaning misery. I think we should get out of here. Agreed. We've all had enough excitement. Come on, Birdie. Let's get you home. Are you guys hearing this? Starts filming again. Zook scoops up the injured Birdie. The voice in the trees intensify. It's like they're all suddenly surrounded. You're all suddenly surrounded. The strange sounds coming closer, growing bolder. What the fuck is that? What the hell is that? You feel a tightening on the leash, pulling you from behind. Don't you step another foot closer, I'll shoot. Don't think I won't. What the fuck is that? My professional opinion is it's fucked. Guys, if DC says it's fucked, I believe it. The man hesitates and the thing steps forward, fixing what's seemed to be its eyes on Birdie, tucked under Duke's arm. The leash is drawn, taut, and then there's a sudden looseness. Gretchen starts making ungodly noises, screaming and howling along with the din around you.
I'm in danger!
Holy shit, get Gretchen! Don't let them take the puppy! Just in time to see another of those creatures slithering out from the bush. Gretchen whines and barks, reaching a fevered pitch as another creature, malformed tan grass setter. Oh my god. What's going on over there? It's a trap! Oh my god, fucking in that chicken right now. Zooks glances back. Everything seems to happen at once. A patter of unnatural feet and then chaos. You grapples with the thing as it grabs the shotgun, pushing the barrel out of the way. as it grasps for Birdie with oddly joined limbs, while Stella stares in shocked silence as if paused, watching as if the other creature attempts to wrestle Gretchen into the darkness, her desperate cries going unheeded. Shit, shit. Get your grubby little hands off my bird. I'm helping the dog. Oh my god, its tongue's got like a stinger. Fight for Gretchen, attempt to snatch her away from the thing's misshapen hands. You manage to grab her, but the creature isn't deterred. It rears on its hind legs, its mouth opening, whispered tones sliding out alongside something sharp and unnatural. But then there's a deafening blast of Duke's shotgun, and suddenly it's gone. Duke? Oh shit! Oh my god. Oh my god, what do we do? Okay, first things first, I grab Gretchen. There, step 1 is done, Gretchen is safe. Great, okay, step 2? What's step 2? Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, what the fuck? Take some deep breaths and collect ourselves. Call the cops, obviously. We go home, pretend this never happened. We go after those damn things. It's what you would want revenge. Damn it, Stella, why didn't you do something? You just stood there feeling what's wrong with you. I don't want to say that. Well, Stella, it looks like you got your footage. Well, I'm happy now. I don't want to say that either. Well, the cops, obviously. Do you have signal out here? I know I don't. Look, we're going to have to run through the woods to reach the road anyway. I say we might as well chase after those things and get as much footage as we can. No one's going to believe us if we don't have proof. What happened? We owe it to Duke. Stella, we have to get out of here. Okay, let's go. We cannot stay.
Boy.
We cannot stay. Holy shit! There's so many! You can still quickly make your way back to the woods. The unearthly whispers of creatures unknown once again surround you. Keep moving. You say nothing. Continue forward with a grim determination. We're almost there. You and Stella reach the main road, and the whispers fade back into the sounds of nature. It sounds like they stopped following us. I should get reception now that we're back on the main road. Let me find my phone so I can call the sheriff. Feel a buzz in your pocket. Tabitha, where are you? Where the hell did you go? And 13 text messages. I'm gonna text her. Let her know that you're okay. Your message sits unread. Maybe give her a call. You try to call Tabitha back, but it goes straight to voicemail. Tabitha seems worried. It's pretty late, isn't it? Stella pulls out her phone and dials. Little Earl, it's Stella Richmond. I'm up on the mountain on the Asgina Trail. Duke is dead, Earl. Shotgun. It happened right in front of us. There's something in the woods. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think we're okay, but hurry. Jesus, Earl. Who's going to tell Bo?
For the future.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I didn't do fucking shit.
I guess now we wait. We can do like a car or something. Takes a little while, but eventually a patrol car arrives at the scene. Of it walks two officers, Sheriff Hugby, a friendly older man, and Deputy Franklin, a serious man wearing sunglasses despite it being the middle of the night. See right there.
Makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody.
Thing jumps out of the woods, then the shotgun goes off. One, the Sam Hill. What is that? Some kind of Pillsbury Doughboy? Could have been a naked maniac. No, there was more than one. They chased us through the woods. Whatever they aren't human. They killed Duke. Now we're gonna have to confiscate this camera, Miss Richmond, if you don't mind. This is evidence. But okay. Let me just turn it off to save the battery. Here you go, Deputy Franklin. We appreciate your compliance with the law. We'll get a team out in the morning to retrieve the body, but for now, Sheriff Hugby and I, please call me Earl. Earl and I will escort you. And who are you exactly? That's Dev. He came in town today for the funeral. All right, sure. We'll escort you both back to town. If there's a naked maniac on the loose, it's best you don't walk back on your own. It wasn't a... Never mind. Why aren't you going out there tonight? There's a dead body in the woods. Those things there could attack someone else. Well, it ain't exactly like old Duke is going anywhere at this point. He'll still be out there in the morning. We only have a skeleton crew at the moment. Monday nights are Deputy Derrickson's bowling nights.
Hello
We'll be
there.
on alert for any more reports of naked maniacs, but retrieving Duke will have to wait. We'll just have to wait. Now, if you'll calmly step into the vehicle, we can return you safely to your home. Do we have to ride back with you? We can just walk. Those creatures left will be fine. I'm afraid I'm going to have to insist for your own safety. Stella sighs. Okay, thank you. You can ride up front with me, little lady. That's if your mama permits. Sure, Earl, you can go. We can hold Gretchen on the way back to town. Cops usher you and Stella back to the back of their squad car. You're just the cutest little thing, Miss Gretchen. Yes, you are. Sheriff Hugby pats Gretchen on the head affectionately, but she remains woefully focused on Stella, worried. A worried look stretched across her little pug face as Hugby scratches behind her ears. Stella stares out the window, oddly quiet. Hey, Stella, you good? She doesn't respond. Place a comforting hand on her shoulder. She jumps slightly of your touch, but you can feel some of her tension ease and hear her let out a soothing sigh. I'm gonna remain silent. Sit quietly watching the trees pass by in the light of the headlights. Every now and then you think you see a pale, anguished face staring back at you before it slips back into the darkness. Soon the rumble of gravel beneath your tires give way to uneven pavement, and the car comes to a stop in front of a small cottage, not college. Plus, it's hard to see with with the shades at night. Yeah, he can't. He'll look dumb searching with the shades on at night, but he'll look cool searching in the daytime with the shades. You know. You two stay out of trouble. We'll have this all sorted out in the morning. Just get a good night's sleep. And you, whatever your name was, I preferly Fox Muddler. Dev. Sure. You're in town for the funeral? Good. Don't you go leaving before then. I imagine we'll need to ask you a few questions about everything you see tonight. So I'll keep an eye on him for us. Make sure he doesn't get getting in any more trouble. You'll have a good night now. Bye-bye, Gretchen. And you'll have a lovely evening. If any bugaboos give you trouble, you know how to get in touch. And here you are back in town, away from the woods. No one but Stella in sight. Holy shit. I'm asked why she would want to walk home. That's a fair question. I just had some bad experience with cars. I don't know how to drive them, and I don't like getting into them unless it's really a question of life or death, which I guess tonight was. Sorry if I weirded you out. God, what a night. I can't believe they're waiting until morning to even start looking for him. You know what? Who knows what those things are doing to his body right now. And what's worse, I think they implied that you're a suspect, even after we showed them all of that footage. The truth will come out. Even if they don't believe that footage, those things are out there in the woods, and something's telling me they're not going away. Yeah, no kidding. But it's okay. I'm not going to let anything bad happen to you. I was there. I filmed the whole thing. At the very least, it'll never hold up in court. And it won't get to that point either, because we're going to do a little investigating of our own. We got to find out more about those things. If we can get clear footage, or better yet, trap one of them, there's no way they can blame you for what happened. The library doesn't open for a while, but I've read every book on cryptids they have and never came across anything like this. There is someone in town who might have some useful information, my friend's mom. Her place isn't far. We should head over before it gets any later. Sure, light out. Let's get this nightmare going. Alright, pal. Seems like you might be losing it a little. All the more reason to visit my friend's mom. I always leave her place feeling lighter. Come on. She's just down this way. I hope she's still awake. Dev. Jesus. You also turned to see a shadowy figure staring at you from across the road. You didn't hear it approach. What the fuck is that? Welcome home. Probably where you're meant to be. Before you can respond, the door behind you swings open. An old woman stands in the entryway. Go home, Wayne. I can't help you tonight. Look back at the figure, and the figure's already gone, disappeared into the shadow of the night. I'm sorry about that, Stella. Some people just can't be helped. What brings you here so late? And who is this? Hi, Mrs. Forsyth. This is Dev. Is it okay if we come in? You and Mrs. Forsyth briefly lock eyes. She's impenetrable, and you feel small and almost naked in her presence. There's something about her that's far beyond you, but you feel no threat, no malice. And then the moment passes, and you only see the woman before you. Of course, you're in luck. I just put on water for hibiscus tea. And for goodness sake, you can call me Sybil. You're an adult now, after all. Welcome to my little nook. Let's take a quick break and we get the drink, because I think that would constitute something happening in the game for Jacob. So let's take a quick break. I'm gonna grab a drink, go to the restroom, and we'll be right back, friends. And we'll continue to figure out what the fuck is going on. Alright friends, we are back. Thank you so much for waiting. Jacob, if you're still there, I can have my drink. I'm not sponsored. This is not sponsored. This is just what I chose to get. So, but truly, if you would like sponsor, I'll take it. Tea is life. Any other fun little things on your walls? I do like they give you the option of taking off the text bubble so you can look at the full picture of what's going on. Welcome to my little nook. It's nice to finally meet you, Dev. I'm sorry to hear about your mother. Vivian was such a lovely soul. She's been sorely missed in the holler. And now poor Pierlane is gone as well. Do let me know if there's anything you need while you're in town. Who was that outside? He's a very sick man. You don't need to worry about him. You knew my mom? Of course, dear. She was a good friend of mine for many years. She was such a lovely woman. Welcome back. I can tell you with unsavory tales of her youth. I do. Actually, how did you know my mom died? Oh, Pierline was a chatty woman. Not much went on that I wouldn't get an earful of. Bless her heart. I'm just gonna go with we need your help. Yes, I suppose pleasantries can wait for another time. What's got you here so late? You seem troubled. You know about weird stuff, right? Unexplainable stuff. Go on. Duke was killed tonight by something in the woods. Oh my lord, have you contacted the police? Yes, and they didn't take it very seriously. They're not even looking for the body until tomorrow. Those things out there, I don't even know how to describe them. Here, I can show you. Pulls out a memory card from her sleeve and pops it into her phone. I wasn't about to let the police hold on to this, at least not before we had a chance to make a copy. That makes sense. I want to say smooth. The cops wouldn't know what to do with that footage anyway. Imagine if they accidentally erased it. Exactly. I'll give it to them if they ask again, but for now, we can examine the footage for ourselves. Where was this? Up in the mountain to the northwest. Within the town limits? Yes. I see. Is there a way to make the video bigger and louder if you can? I need to plug the memory card into a computer. I could go back and get mine. No need. Kanika should still be awake. She can lend us hers. You better come with Stella. I'm sure she'll be more willing to help a friend than her nosy mother. Kanika, come on out. We could use a little help. What, Mom? Oh, hey, Stella. And Gretchen? Who's a good potato? And a stranger. A cute stranger? Oh god, I said nothing. It's so funny because like having like the thing where like our trait is that we're hot. It's so funny how people react to us. Did you call me cute? No, you must have misheard me. This is Death, Tabitha's cousin. Oh right, I heard he was coming to town. It's a little late. Why are you two here? Sweetie, we were wondering if we could borrow your laptop. Stella and her friend have a video to show us. It's really important, Kanika. Okay. Memory's a mess. I'll just bring it out there. Heads up, Kanika. This is graphic. Duke got killed out in the woods tonight. It's on the recording. Wait, are you serious? Duke's dead? Silence washes over the room as the video plays. Stella, what the hell is this? I'm sorry either of you had to see this, but Dev and I had no idea how to make heads or tails of it. Pretty sure, DC. Pretty sure. Pretty sure it's a guy getting shot in the head with his own shotgun. Stella, are you okay? I'm fine, really, I'm okay. I'm just gonna remain silent. Poor Duke, poor Bo. Has anyone told him yet? I talked to the police. I hope they told Bo, but Earl and Deputy Franklin didn't seem to be in much of a hurry to do anything. I'll call him later tonight. But for now, we have something far more serious to discuss. Whatever happened in the woods, we weren't supposed to see any of that. You're not wrong. My grandmother used to talk about pale creatures called ditchlings. She always said that they were terrible. They were a terrible omen, a sign of suffering to come. Mom, come on, whatever's doing this is serious. Stop scaring Stella and Dev with this Talipo crap. Kanika, sweetie, let your mother talk. She always said they never hurt people despite that grisly scene in the woods. But Duke is dead. Then if these are ditchlings, his death was an accident, or my grandmother was wrong. She was very, rarely wrong. Just as birds flock before a storm, the ditchlings congregate where tragedy is soon to fall. Jesus, Mom, haven't they already been through enough? Oh, she has a Sailor Moon shirt. That's cool. I just now realized that. How are they getting away with this? Like, are they paying licensing to all these places? Okay, Kanika, this is helpful. I don't know if it is. Okay, let's focus on what we know. Whatever they are, they're doing something to these animals. You saw a chicken in our video. What was that growth? I'm thinking they're making more of themselves. You know what? You have a point there. I wonder if we're seeing some sort of parasitic larval stage, like they're really big, doughy wasps or something. Honestly, that would be worse than them being supernatural. Oh dear, I'd forgotten entirely about the tea I put on. Let me fix you up a couple of cups. It'll help soothe your nerves. I don't know, it's getting late and I should let Dev get some rest. I ran him ragged today with all of the hiking and running through the woods in terror. I could stay up, this is important. Okay, maybe it's that I'm eager to get home and start doing some research. I'll ask around my usual forums to see if anyone has information on ditchlings. Is that what you called them? That's right. You go on home now and do try to get some rest. Don't stay up all night on the online. Let me get you some of my house-made peppermint tea to go. It really does wonders to soothe the soul. Bye, Stella. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? And call me if you need to talk. Thanks, Kanika. I'll see you. Bye, Dev. Bye-bye. It's excellent iced or warm, though with the nights getting chillier, warm will probably be the best. Helps wake up the bones. Be careful out there, both of you. Turns and closes the door behind her. Alright, let's call it a night. Mind walking me home? And here we are. You're welcome to stay the night if you want. We're gonna keep flirting. Yeah, I think we could use some company tonight. My thoughts exactly. As a Rob Zombie said, dig through the ditches and burn all the witches and slam in the back of my Dragula. It doesn't take long for Stella to fix up the guest room for you. While it's certainly smaller than its counterpart at the estate, it's far better cared for. Make yourself at home. Ooh, hot. The night doesn't have to end just yet. I'm about to throw myself back into work, but you're right. We could probably use some time to let everything catch up to us. How about we lay down for a minute and just listen? Fall into the bed. You fall into the bed, your action speaking for you. Stella follows suit. Flicking the switch on the nightstand before falling next to you. As the two of you get comfortable, Gretchen joins you and settling at the foot of the bed. Stella lies beside you, and the two of you settle into a comfortable silence in the darkened room. Her heartbeat and the gentle moan of the Appalachian wind near deafening in the otherwise quiet atmosphere. With her beside you, the events of the evening seem like something that happened to someone else, though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments. For now, you're safe and you're warm. Eventually the sun will rise and chase away the monsters and make them seem like nothing but a bad dream. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you wake up in a normal world and have a relaxing week in the mountains with a new companion. It's a nice thought, but deep down, you can't help but worry that things will only get worse. As you drift off, you can just barely feel the mattress shudder with a quiet sob. Sunrise. Oh, look at all his eyeballs. I don't like that. Also, I feel like we're missing, like, music. I feel like there'd be music going on. The end of episode 1. Episode 2 waits. If you'd like to continue with this world state in episode 2, please save your game now. Save again. Did see a recap of episode 1 before you start episode 2? No. Yeah, I feel like we're missing out on music. So let me try relaunching the game and see if that kind of triggers it back in. For all this is please visit our page, blah, blah, blah.
For real?
Huh. That didn't come through my headphones at all. How'd that get muted? That was weird. That was so weird. I don't know how that got muted. You open your eyes alone in Stella's guest bed. The sun has risen, the birds are singing, you are still alive, and for now you are safe. Your gaze wanders to the unfamiliar room, to the window and the woods beyond. You wonder if the monsters are lurking just beyond the trees, ready to pounce as soon as you leave the comfort of your new friend's family home. You can't help but remember Duke slumped against the tree, pieces of him scattered across the clearing. You refresh yourself in the events of the previous days by using the journal icon in the quick menu. A knock at the front door. Your morbid thoughts are interrupted by a distinctly unhappy voice filtering through the house and past the closed door of your bedroom. Where the hell is Dev? Oh, hey, Tabby. There's a fresh pot of coffee on the table if you want to come in. I'm tired all weekend, but I thought I'd get comfy for the stream and play a little on my Switch. 2 hours later, I'm just now waking up. Slept hard, whoops, and good morning. Cooper, it's 7 o'clock at night. Well, 8 o'clock for you. I appreciate you being here, though. I hope your nap was good. You're barely decent and might be mildly scandalous if people saw you like this. You'll be fully decent, but you're not about to let that stop you from being part of this conversation. But we ride, we ball. Put some clothes on. Morning, how'd you sleep? Gretchen excitedly looks at you and wiggling her tail. We love Gretchen. Look at her. She's so cute. What exactly did the two of you get up to last night? We went up to the woods to film a video. No, not that part. The cops called this morning and told me all about that. They did? What'd they say? Did they find Duke? They didn't find a body, if that's what you're asking, but apparently he never went home last night. And they had quite a few questions about you, Dev. Look, don't worry, I told them you were an upstanding citizen. You should remember that kindness the next time you think about blowing me off to spend the night with a stranger. You didn't even walk me around. Why are you telling me I'm blowing you off? Get off of me. Don't be so hard on Dev. I asked him to crash here. And look, I don't care what the cops think, Tabby. There's something horrible out in those woods, and I don't think anyone in this room wanted Dev walking up that mountain alone last night. Stella, would you mind giving me a moment alone with my cousin? And while you're at it, please stop calling me Tabby. We're not in high school anymore. Yeah, all right. I'm like, isn't this Stella's house? Why are you bossing her around? That's happy. No parading guests in the Richmond household. Whatever, I don't really care if you're here for this. You've been in town for less than a day and my stress is already through the roof. I think it was already through the roof before I got here, okay? So you gotta be honest with yourself on this. I mean, I get it, Stella. You got all worked up and you were too scared to walk home. Sure, whatever, that checks out. But I don't care if those woods are chock full of ghouls and ghosties. You have me worried sick. From now on, you're back at the estate by bedtime. No more impromptu sleepovers. Now, I want to stay with my new love interest. You're jealous of my game. What? I'm leaving. I've already lost a good chunk of my work day coming down here. I better see you back at the estate tonight. Can't make any promises, okay? Can't make any promises. Cannot make any promises. Not the Walton kind flame. The more like mystical fantasy kind. Let me know if you're free sometime, okay? To empathize. You're relentless, we'll see. But don't get your hopes up. Hey, you good? Sorry about Tabby. She totally blindsided me. You shouldn't let Tabitha treat you like that. Oh, that's fair. But I could say the same for you. It's complicated, you know? It sucks that this was probably the longest interaction I've had with her since high school. How are you holding up, though? That was rough. I'm happy I stayed here. Me too. Anyway, sorry for that rude awakening. I've been up for a little while, but was hoping to let you get a little extra sleep. But you're up now, and we've got a full day ahead of us if we're going to get to the bottom of this. We're just gonna keep being a flirt. He's mystical and lovely. Tempting as the offer is, there will be plenty of time to chill once we solve this mystery. Alright, boss, what's the game plan? First things first, I was planning on swinging by the library. Kanika's got a head start on us. It looks like she's already there. Oh, that reminds me. Let me set up a group chat. What's your number? Group chat! Hopefully we can find out more about ditchlings from some of the older local books there. I've also got a couple of threads cooking on my cryptid forums. Who knows if that'll pan out. Look at little Gretchen. Anyway, stay let's burn. Let's roll out as soon as you can finish getting dressed. Hey, you first? Don't worry about it. I packed all sorts of snacks for the day, and Oscar totally won't mind if we eat at the library. She's so ugly but cute at the same time. The town was short. Stella's house is barely a stone's throw away from the remains of Scarlet Hollow's once bustling main street. It's exactly that, Cooper. 100%. That is the face. You shudder as you stare down the thoroughfare, both from the chill and the morning air and all too present memories of everything you witnessed last night. You see that building labeled Town Hall? That's actually the library. Well, it's also the town hall, but that's just a small upstairs office nowadays. I guess this town's now not what it used to be. That and our mayor's really into going on walks. I think where there's actually going to be a meet and greet later this week could just be the pick me up we need, what with everything that's been going on. Sure. Sounds fun. I'd love to meet the mayor. Sweet, you won't regret it. Oh, hey. Morning, Stella, and same to you, Dev. Speak of the devil. We were just talking about you. Coming from Stella's, huh? Did y'all have a slumber party? Sorry, y'all, but I'm actually in a bit of a rush this morning. I really can't stop to chat. It'll take me a bit to set up, so if you want to catch up with folks or grab something at the diner, you can meet me at the library when you're done. In a bit, Stella. Cool, see you soon. She always has time to chat. Did something happen last night? Oh, Stella and Dev just got up to a bit of trouble, that's all. It's not my place to share. Well, it's your place to share, right, Dev? And I went into the woods to try and find a skunk ape, but we ran into something way worse, actual monsters. Sybil said that they're called ditchlings, but whatever they are, they killed Duke and have been mutilating the local wildlife. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow down. Duke is dead? It's true, I'm afraid. That's awful. Has anyone told Bo? Yes, he's taking it as well as you can imagine. I'll be going to check on him today, the poor lad. I can't believe you had to see that, Dev. Tell you what, I'm on a break for the next half hour. How about you swing by the diner? Winnie can fix you some of Sybil's new blend and try to calm your nerves. It's chaga and lemon balm. Drea's been on this, so she's saying chaga. She's on this chaga matcha kick. There's like one coffee place in town that makes chaga matcha, and she goes there all the time. She even bought her own chaga matcha to make them at home. Like she's become addicted to them. Oh man. But it's crazy how expensive matcha is. Like, it's insane. It's always helped me on the bad days. If you need to talk about what happened, I'm all ears. Anyways, it's up to you. See you around, Dev. See you, Sybil. Take care now, Avery. Better get back to it myself. I'm glad I was able to catch you this morning, if only to see how you were holding up. Please don't hesitate to stop by if I can be of any help. We both know there's something horribly wrong about this place. How are you so calm? Don't mistake my calm demeanor for complacency. We all have our parts to play. I trust that you and Stella have what it takes to get to the bottom of things. I'm sorry to cut our conversation short, but I've got things that need tending to. Stay safe, Dev, and God bless. Before she finished setting up. To the general store. It's your first time seeing the general store in the light of day. A young man sits at the table by the register, too preoccupied with his phone to care that you stepped in. Hi, I'm Dev. I just got to town yesterday. I'm Miles. If I wanted to buy some chips or something, do I talk to you, or you could just have some chips if you want. It's not a big deal. Won't Kanika get mad? Well, she shouldn't have left me in charge while she's off doing whatever. Kanika cares about me offering someone some free chips. She can hire someone else and let me live my life. We make most of our money on bulk orders anyways. A bag of chips doesn't make a difference. I'm paying for my chips, I insist. Oh, come on, I'm trying to be nice. Yeah, I'll take the chips. They're saying I could have the chips. I'm gonna take the chips, okay? I want some chippies. Salt vinegar chips from the nearby shelf. Good choice. I love salt vinegar chips. It will sustain you in the coming days. Cool. What you doing on your phone? Playing a Dragon Ball game. It's not like it's cool or anything. I'm just killing time. This thing, okay. I don't know how copyright laws work or whatever, but like it's crazy to me how this game uses Facebook as a name, YouTube, Twitter. One of the characters has a Sailor Moon shirt. Like all that stuff's really cool. They mentioned Dragon Ball, and so I'm like, how are did they pay all the licensing to mention these things? See ya, Miles. See ya. Miles' focus turns back to his phone as you leave the general store. Steal from the general store? That doesn't count. He said I could take them. He said I could have them. That's not stealing. BS. This game is gaslighting me. Well, the Sailor Moon shirt one of the characters has, it has actually like Sailor Moon and characters from it. So that's why I'm like, where did they pay for it? That's what I'm wondering. That's true, DC. But like, what the characters like, the shirt is what I'm like, huh. The diner's a little quiet, but the air is still heavy with the tantalizing smell of breakfast. I'm not gonna go around warning everybody because we don't have all the proof. Across from Avery. Hey there, stranger. Before you can exchange words, Winnie sidles up, a fresh mug of tea in hand. Heard you might need this. The answer to 29 down is oink, by the way. What? But the clue is pen sound. How is a pen is that the pen sound a pen makes? Wait, pen, like pig pen. Are you kidding me? How was I supposed to guess that? I don't know why you even bother with those things. They're just gonna frustrate you. Just something to fill the time. But maybe I should switch to Sudoku. Winnie leaves Avery contemplating daily newspaper puzzles, returning to her seat behind the counter. So thanks for telling me about last night. If you want to really get into the grisly details, you can tell me. I won't judge. We're already going for Stella. Whoever you're gonna do, Flame. You share everything. Glad to have someone talk about the horrors you've witnessed. Wow, that is some heavy stuff. No wonder Stella seemed distant. Monsters in the woods? I may not have lived here long, but I've never heard of anything like that happening around these parts. How exciting. Now that I think about it, when the cops came in for their morning coffee, they mentioned something about going out to the woods to look for someone. It must have been Duke. They seemed so disconnected from it. I figured it could be very serious, but wow. But the cops are in on it. I don't know how, but they just were so unconcerned. It's suspicious. I don't know. They come in here most days, and they've always just seemed bored to me. The worst they usually have to deal with around here is property disputes. I don't think they're used to actual emergencies. At least that's how it's been as long as I've lived here. All this is exciting. A man's dead, Avery. Exciting doesn't have to mean good, but nothing ever happens around here. I mean, you can use the word exciting. That's like, it's like a positive thing. Like it's very, I feel like it's very seldomly used in other kind of contexts. Yeah, it looks like my shift is starting. I hope you're doing a bit better. I'm gonna keep my ears open for you. The diner is where everyone comes to gossip, so I hear a lot about what goes on around here. I'll let you know if anyone mentions those monsters or anything else strange or unusual. Everybody slips out of the booth, giving a friendly wave before disappearing into the back. You leave the diner ready to continue your day. Typical A. You enter the former town hall. What once must have been a stately foyer has since been converted into rows of shelves. Meeting rooms and offices long ago gave way to assorted reference collections and reading areas. Oh, hey, you made it. Boy to all the books before Dora's table. So mean. You ever just tell his table and settle in. She's wearing a different outfit now, but yeah, like it was full on Sailor Moon, so that was interesting. Glad you found the place. Hey Dev, you look tired. You know what? Since this game told me I stole, I'm gonna snitch on Miles. Oh, before I forget, I met your brother, Miles. He made me take chips without paying for them. Dev, you can't just snitch on someone like that. A guy asked him to cover for the store one day, and he can't even be bothered to do that. Typical. I'm paying him. You know, it's no wonder he's chronically unemployed. Anyways, I guess we should get started. Hey, he told me to do it, okay? It should be counted as stealing if the person watching the store tells me I can take the chips. Hey there, strangers. And literal stranger. Wait, won't be strangers for long. Man, I'm making everybody like, woo. I'm Dev. Oh gosh, hi, I'm Oscar Gutierrez, chief librarian and only librarian. That's in town for the funeral. Oh, I should have known you were Scarlet. You look so much like Vivian. Not that I knew her very well. I was still a little kid when she left. But the Scarlet resemblance, it's strong. Not that that's a bad thing. Oscar's amazing. He practically built this library from scratch. Yeah, I'm a little jealous of what the kids around here get to grow up with. They don't know how good they have it. Back when I was in elementary school, all the library had was a couple of shelves of boring books donated by old people. Y'all are too kind. But speaking of kids, have either of you seen Rosalina around town? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she hasn't been answering my texts, and I wanted to make sure she isn't getting into trouble out there. You know the crowd she hangs around with. If the guy gets at her, I'm sure they're just up to the old Maxwell place doing teen stuff. I went there plenty of times in my day, but I'll be sure to keep my eyes peeled. Don't really have much to say to that. You might not want to let her run off like that anymore, though. It's not as safe as it usually is around here. Or is that so? Kaniko's right, there's some weird stuff going on out in the woods. That's actually why we came in today. Have you ever heard of a creature called ditchlings? They apparently show up around places on the brink of disaster, and they kind of look like if the Pillsbury Doughboy was a creepypasta. Kaniko's mom told us about them last night after seeing some footage we got in the woods. Ditchlings doesn't ring a bell. Dang, worth a shot. Okay, if you were trying to predict a horrible disaster that might befall your town, where would you start looking? Well, they say history repeats itself, so I'd probably try to figure out what sort of disaster this region typically falls prey to. Should I be worried about something? I don't know yet. I'll be right back. I'm gonna nab some more books. Behave while I'm gone, Gretchen. You don't have to worry about her, Stella. You're such a good dog, aren't you, Gretchen? Here, have a biscuit, old gal. Gretchen inhales the soft biscuit, drool leaking from her toothless mouth as she swallows it whole. Look at her. She's so cute. Look at her. Pretty sure Stella's barking up the wrong tree, Oscar. I don't think you have to worry about any horrible calamity befalling town. But she's right about weird stuff. There's definitely something unusual going on out in the woods. moment their whispers made their way to me, it feels like everything started to click into place. A reckoning is coming from this town. I'm gonna try calling Rosalina again. I'm sure she's fine, really. Don't mind Dev. He's been hanging out with Stella too much. No, I have the third eye, okay? She was better to go around getting into trouble, and we'll make sure to keep our eyes peeled. Dev, if you see a 13-year-old girl with a black braid and glasses, would you let her know her dad is worried about her? Yes. Oscar anxiously wanders off, phone in hand. Just grabbed a whole bunch of local history books. Stella sets a massive pile of books on the table and pulls up a chair. All right. It's going to be so much faster with the two of you here to help out. Got our snacks, got our books. Let's get this research party started. Reading awaits. New entries catch your eye. I'll explore Tommyknockers. In Cornish mythology, spreading into the United States when Cornish immigrants began working in Appalachian mines. They're named for their knocking that can be heard from seemingly within the walls before a cave-in. According to some, the knocking serves as a benevolent warning. Others believe that the creatures take stolen hammers to the supports of the mine and collapse them on whoever is unfortunate enough to still be inside. They are traditionally thought to be impish, leprechaun-like beings, but some claim they are spirits of dead miners forever cursed to haunt their final resting place. None of them had tails, though. Forced to retirement at age 50 due to a war injury from his time in the Indian Wars, exacerbated by his short stint serving as a captain in the Confederacy, Silas Scarlet also lost his eldest two sons to that bloodiest of wars, leaving his third eldest son, Andrew Jackson Scarlet, to take charge of the mine. Under his leadership, the mine prospered, undoubtedly in part to the growth of the railroad industry. Managed to evade the coal union for decades, making them one of the most profitable mines in the country. Andrew Scarlet built the surrounding town into what it is today, with expansive stone buildings, a bustling main street, and overseeing it all, the elegant Scarlet Estate that was, until 1895, the largest and finest feat of architecture in the region. Culminating in the tragic collapse of 1918, it was found that Charles Saw, and co-manager of the mine, had loosened security measures to increase production during World War I, resulting in a fatal collapse and deaths of over 160 men and boys, some as young as 10. The casualties included Andrew Jackson Scarlet's son, Theodore, his brother Enoch V. Scarlet, who had taken over for their aging father during the bustle of the war, managed to pull the mine from the brink of ruin, thereby saving the town. So this is how your family made its fortune. Silas Everett Scarlet was born into Colonel Everett J. Scarlet in 1818, one of 12 siblings who grew up in the eastern North Carolina. Tumultuous time in the state's history, and not much is known about his life before he joined the army in 1836. He quickly rose through the ranks, in part due to his father's connections, but also due to a particular ruthlessness for which he received the nickname Bloody Silas Scarlet. The federal government granted the now Captain Silas a tract of bounty land in exchange for his service in the Indian War, and he settled into the hills of North Carolina in 1841. That land would become Scarlet Hollow. but it started as a simple log cabin built by Silas with Silas's own two hands, occupied by his family of 10, Silas, his wife, Mary Joseph, Scarlet, and their 8 children. Logging business brought many workers and fellow landowners to the hills, but it wasn't until Silas discovered rich seams of coal running underneath the entire region that Scarlet Hollow was really put on the map. He saved what he could and bought the surrounding hillside at a great discount, cleverly hiding what he knew about the land's true value. Thus, he had all the resources to found Scarlet Hollow's now famous coal mine. You're finished with this one. I think I'm all done. Let's check in. Yeah, I couldn't really find much. All right, if we're going with what Kinnikus Mom told us last night, I think we can rule out any natural disasters as what brought the ditchlings here, but non-nuclear incidents. Looks like our state has a history with those. What about y'all? Find anything? Before you can respond, a handsome black cat leaps onto the table, almost in sync, till it slams her book shut. Oh, hey, Pixel. You might want to close your book. She loves to rip any paper he can find. Don't worry, little guy. I didn't forget your treats. Pixel immediately goes to town and sells treats. Sorry, Pixel's bothering y'all. Hopefully he hasn't gobbled up any of our books. He can't stand the thought that people might pay attention to anything that isn't him. Goes up on the table, fast asleep. Alright, I better get back to shelving. Let me know if y'all need anything. Then he quietly whispers to Sally Kanika, "You guys think there's like a cult here?" Cops were awfully suspicious last night. Really weird combination of being dismissive and trying to pin things on me. I don't know, it just feels like a cover-up. Yeah, that was pretty bad, but I'm not sure they really have it in them to be a part of a cult. Definitely, I don't think they are capable of putting in the effort. What do you think? Maybe we should go to the mines. There was that collapse a while back and a lot of people died. Maybe the ditchlings are here to warn us about something like that happening again. Okay, good. All this talk of the mines reminds me though, there's been this really unsettling miner who's been coming around my mom's tea shop lately. His name is Wayne, and there's something wrong with him, like viscerally wrong. No kidding, he snuck up on us last night and called out Deb by name, sent chills down my spine. I don't know if there's much of a connection, but if we're headed to the mines, we might as well look into him. Awesome, let's roll. Look at us going on a caper together. I've missed this. I missed it too. Though, there is something missing. Reese. I really miss that dude. I can't believe it how long it's been. Have you seen him lately? Nope, I've tried to plan stuff, but he's been too sick. I didn't realize he was getting so bad, that poor guy. You know, we could just pop over and surprise him. He seemed excited to meet Deb. Maybe we'll finally get him to leave his little cave. Hell yeah, let's do it. See ya, Oscar. We'll let you know if we run into Rosalina. Thanks, guys. I'll keep y'all posted. Let's go and see what time is it. Alright, friends, we've been going for about 6 hours, and I do have to work tomorrow, so I think this might be a good place for us to go and end. Let me say it one more time. I've actually been enjoying this game. I think it's very interesting. There's a lot of intrigue, and I like the art and everything. The dialogue options I think are very varied and stuff like that, so I've been liking it a lot. Hope you guys enjoyed kind of what we got to see of that game. Let's see if I can take us over to someone for us to raid. Of course, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Let's see who we got. Let's go ahead and we'll ran over to Petunia, a streamer that I met through Minivan. They're playing some Phasmophobia, so let's go ahead and say hello to them.
Take care. Okay?
Go and copy whichever raid message applies to you. Make sure I write there incorrectly. Yeah. Or did I do that right? Cool, I did. Really thank you all so much for coming through. Thank you to everybody who rated over. I really appreciate it. Thank you all to the new followers. I appreciate you becoming part of the community. I hope you enjoyed your time here. It's nice meeting you all. But yeah, seriously, I appreciate you guys hanging out. Hope you guys enjoyed the stuff me and Matt have been doing. And thanks for checking out this indie game with me. It's something we'll keep playing until we beat. And I have a couple others that are kind of similarly kind of narrative based and stuff like that, so that we'll check out and beat. But yeah, so had a good time. Hope you guys had a great time. I appreciate you, of course. Thanks for being here, Cooper. But yeah, take care of yourselves, be kind to yourselves and to others, and I'll see you guys again on Tuesday. Yeah, it should be Tuesday. Should be back to normal next week for my schedule. But yeah, let's go say hi to Petunia, say hello, drop a follow if you'd like to. She's really nice. And let's see what they're getting up to in Phasmophobia. Thank you, friends. I will see you guys again soon. Take care. Have a great Monday tomorrow. Talk to you soon. Bye.
All units, we have a code red.
I'm going to the track. I'll be right